Hey, Motorman here, and today I'm going to talk about what I would do if I was CEO of Harley Davidson. And I'm kind of flattered by it, but a lot of people put in the comment section that they should get somebody like me as the CEO. I don't know if I'm really qualified for that, but I'd be more than willing to give it a shot. And if I was CEO, I'm going to tell you today exactly what I would do. I wrote a few things down. First thing, I would buy back as much stock as possible from BlackRock and Vanguard. These are two gigantic companies who know nothing. Nobody on their board knows a single thing about Harley Davidson motorcycles or any other motorcycle or the motorcycle buyer. So why they're in charge of coming up with what models and prices, etc., they shouldn't be. So I would buy back as much stock as possible. I'd sell off the electric motorcycle part because they can't give those away, and maybe they can get enough to buy back enough stock so that Vanguard and BlackRock have no say in the actual product. I would bring back the Sportster. Yeah, the Sportster 1200, especially the 48 model. You might not be aware of this, but what Harley Davidson did was they sold off all the tooling and the manufacturing to a company in China. They did this through an Italian company who's now distributing the Chinese-made Sportster in Europe. So we know that the Evo, and that's what it's got the Evo motor, the 1200cc motor. If it could meet emissions in Europe, it could meet emissions here. So bring that back, and being that it's made in China, sell it here for $79.95 or $8,000. I think people would buy that. With that price, I don't care. I think people wouldn't care where it was made. I would cancel the Sportster S. That's the first thing. It's not selling. People don't like that model. Get rid of it. I would restyle, number 5, I'd restyle the Nightster so that it looks more like a Harley Davidson or more like a Sportster. Do something with that radiator, that gigantic radiator. Get rid of that. Still offer it for 10 grand, but if you want the bigger motor that was in the Sportster S, it's going to cost you $11,000. That would put it, make it compete very well with standard, even sport bikes that are in that price range. It gives it plenty of power because the Nightster is a fine motorcycle. It just doesn't look like what I consider a Sportster or what a Harley Davidson motorcycle should look like. Next, I'd bring back the Road King Standard. I'd have the 114 motor, offer it with lace wheels, and make an option of wide white wall tires. It looks great like that, very nostalgic. I'd keep the Special, the Road King Special. I'd put the 117 HO motor in that bike. I'd have different ride modes. And I'd use the gauge from the Lowrider S, and it mounts up on the handlebar risers. And of course, I would make a windshield standard. Come on. It's a touring motorcycle. Sure, you could take that windshield off. It takes, a matter of seconds. It just pulls right back off. Take that off for around town use, but have the windshield ready and raring to go for any kind of touring. Next, I'd have 2 models of the Heritage. I'd have the Heritage Nostalgia. That's what I'd call it. They did have a model years back called the Nostalgia. That would have the chrome motor. Everything would be chromed on it just like it used to be. And I'd have it come with spoke wheels, wire spoke wheels, not the spoke wheels they have now with the black rim. I think that looks awful, but full chrome rims. And make it standard with the white wall tires, plus keep the model that they have now. So for people who want the blacked out motor, they can get the other model. Maybe charge more for that one. Put the 114 motor in the Nostalgia, 117 in the regular standard Heritage that's got the blacked out motor. I'd bring back the 2024 prices on the touring motorcycles. 2025, they raised the prices on all the touring models. They didn't change anything, but they raised the prices. I think it was $2,000 or $3,000. That's a lot of money. If they could sell it and make a profit in 2024 for that price, why did you raise the price? It just doesn't make any sense. Everybody's complaining about prices of Harley Davidson, even though they're right in line with other motorcycle manufacturers who are making similar motorcycles. But still, make the 2024 prices on the touring models. That would be a nice change. They'd start selling bikes immediately. In fact, I would reduce the price on the 2025s to 2024 prices so that when the 26 models come in, they won't have a problem selling the 25s. I'd offer an Eagle Eye Standard, just like they used to have, but I put the 114 motor in it. That's the one with the Batwing fairing. I'd also offer it with the Road Glide fairing. They will have the tooling for this. There's nothing that you have to add. They just stopped making the police version of that with the Batwing fairing They're going to make the road glide. So have a version of that for the civilians. Put a 114 motor. The 114 motor is plenty. If you want to put 117, okay, but make sure it's got a passenger seat and foot pegs, and sell that bike with the analog gauges. Basically, it's a police bike. If you want, just make it in one color, in black, and sell it for $20,000. A lot of dealers complained that they weren't selling the Electra Glide Standard for the 2 or 3 years that they had it, and people were going for the extra $5,000 or $6,000 for the Street Glide and the Road Glide. But I think if you sold it for 20 grand, put a passenger seat on it, foot pegs, and the 114 motor with ABS, you don't have to have the RDRS system, but I think ABS should be standard. A lot of people like the analog gauges. Offer it in black, or maybe 2 colors, black and a silver or something like that. Forget this gray that they're making now. On some bikes it looks fine. Some people like that light gray color, but that's the next change I would make. Black would be standard on all Harley Davidson motorcycles. To charge $500 extra for black, to me, it's just ridiculous. So those are the changes that I would make. I think there would be good changes. Comment below. Let me know what you think. I know all the experts are out there in the comment section, just like I'm being an expert right now telling you my feelings. But people said, in the comment section, I should be CEO. With this, if I was CEO, this is what I do. And before you go, let me tell you what we got. We got a special for you. My book's been out 7 or 8 years. It's a big seller, $32.95, and we're going to throw in, if you purchase the book, it's on my website, ridelikeapro.com, we're going to throw in the DVD of Shortcuts to Riding Like a Pro. We're going to be phasing out all our DVDs. It's going to be strictly downloads, but while we're doing that, I'm going to let you save some money. So you're going to get the book and, of course, the DVD, Shortcuts to Riding Like a Pro, and my practice guide, and it's going to be $32.95. Please comment below. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and thank you for watching.